Hi everybody, it's Kevin McNamara here, and today I want to talk about a thing called preeminence. Something I didn't know a lot about until recently, but it just really can take you to the next level in your life. It's all about excellence. And most times the performance of people doesn't really match, the excessive expectations that we put upon certain things, like the Super Bowl, for example. Rarely is the Super Bowl an outstanding game. Every year I'll sit back and watch the Aussie Rules Grand Final, and it's a total dud. It's a really boring, one-sided game. Rarely is it an excellent spectacle. A lot of hype, but not much really happens. And there's that old adage that applies perfectly to horse racing. There's no such thing as a sure thing. And I want to talk a little bit about horse racing today, which is unusual for me, and also about the Olympics. And I want to talk about two performances that you would really put in the preeminence category. Excellence. There's a horse called Secretariat who won the 1973 Belmont Stakes. Now he was the exception to the rule. And when people get involved with sports and start watching sports, there are victories and then there are victories, like the kind that, are in capital letters that really mean something. And Secretariat was in the Belmont Stakes. The pressure was on to win this race and become the first Triple Crown winner in 25 years. The expectations were just crazy, crazy high. He'd already established a huge dominance over the sport by setting new track records in both the Kentucky Derby as well as the Preakness Stakes. So when it came time to race day, the expectations were just absolutely astronomical. The response of Secretariat went beyond unreal. He won by a jaw-dropping 31 lengths and set another track record. Now, to put that in perspective, that's a greater achievement than, for example, Michael Jordan scoring 150 points in a game. It's even greater than that. It's just an amazing performance. It was just total and complete domination. But you know who his competition was? Himself. His only competition was with himself. He had this ability to bring everything when everything was on the line, when anything less than winning would have been considered a failure. And that's the kind of stuff that legends are made of. He didn't only rise up to meet the challenge, he took that challenge and that opportunity to absolutely go out there and thrash the competition, to put himself into a category of the greatest racehorse that ever lived. And that performance has, without doubt become the standard by which other, dominating preeminent performances are judged. Let's go to the Olympics in 2000. Cathy Freeman, again a huge favourite with the bookies. The weight of Australia was on her shoulders. The Olympics were in Australia. It's the year 2000. Cathy Freeman qualifies for the final of the 400 metres. The absolute pressure she was under. Australians tend to put their sports people under massive pressure and they expect them to win. She was under enormous pressure. What did she do? She come out and blitzed the field. She won the 400 and you could see the relief as soon as she crossed that line. You could see the relief on her face, this massive expectation. But again, she went above and beyond. Her only competition in her mind was with herself. She just wanted to be better than what she was yesterday. And then tomorrow, she wanted to be better than she was today. And that's how champions think. That's how people who strive for excellence think. So if you ever felt that you've had a talent or a skill or you got the potential to be a leader in your market or your profession or just in life in general, and if you really believe that you have that ability to impact people's lives, by delivering far superior performances, far superior solutions than what's currently available, and if you know that deep within your heart that you are destined for greatness, and I think we know we are all destined for greatness, but not many people get there. And if you want to make a huge dent in this world, but for some reason you're not putting it all together, well, let's go and learn exactly what it takes to establish preeminence and use it to your advantage during the 100-day challenge. And when you ask yourself the question, what's the single most powerful, comprehensive, results-producing system or strategy that anyone can deploy? And the answer is to establish preeminence. That one single concept is going to capture whether or not you succeed to a massive level and whether you can truly unleash your greatness and have a huge impact on the world. Now, I know some of you are probably asking, what is preeminence? I don't even know what it means. So let me just clarify what it means to establish preeminence. and why it's so important in helping you get through this 100-day challenge and also in achieving any goal that you have. Establishing preeminence means you're acting with a quality of being superior. It's a type of high status or distinction for any person, place or thing considered to be the best at something. It's what David Goggins calls being uncommon amongst the uncommon. So you're already moving with people who are uncommon, who are going above and beyond, but you're even above that. You are superior to that. Your quality of what you do is excellence. And that's what preeminence is. And how many people really think about that? Most people just go along and they think, look, I'm happy being average. I'm making a living, just keeping my head above water. I'm happy with that. Thing is, deep down, they know they're not. But they know getting to this preeminent stage, this excellent stage, is going to take work. It's going to take getting out of their comfort zone. And they don't want to go there. So having that goal to be preeminent, it's like a philosophy. It's like a belief system. And it should become part of your foundation of your life, of your business, of your relationships, of your whole culture. Everything you do should flow from this powerful belief system that you can and you will be the best. Imagine going to be the best, not just to compete, but actually to be the best. Imagine if you did that for 100 days. Would you be significantly better in 100 days if that's what you strove for? Do you think your life would be better? You bet it would. You take your destiny into your own hands and you choose to play that superior game. And the rewards can be absolutely extraordinary. People like Michael Jordan, Cathy, Freeman, they're preeminent people. They can claim premium prices. They get the best seats at restaurants. They have greater access to people and new opportunities. You get the red carpet treatment. Wherever you go, you'll have an improved quality of life. You'll be able to influence the standards of your life and impact the world with those standards. Can you just imagine that? Most people don't think of this. So imagine putting this into play with your 100 Days to Self-Mastery challenge. You become the example and the model for other people. Without a doubt, you'll have respect, not just for yourself, but for others, and others will respect you. You'll have a great reputation. You'll just have an overall better life. But what also is important? You'll be able to establish an inspiring legacy that you will leave behind for others to follow. So that's worth leaving behind. So establishing preeminence, it has the capacity to transform your life and your career. And while most people put up loads of excuses to not go there, there's not one good reason for you to procrastinate, to say that you're not ready or that it's not worth your time. Because establishing preeminence is simply a decision. You're taking that superior route. You can start dominating your life, dominating your market, dominating your competition. And once you're doing that, I promise you, you'll be finished with self-limiting beliefs. You'll be finished with fear. You'll be finished with procrastination. You'll be finished with settling for far less than what you think you deserve. And you'll be finished, really importantly, with excuses. And you'll stop playing this small little game. And again, of importance, you'll be finished with living below that potential that we've all got, that extraordinary potential that we've all got. So my challenge for you today is to establish preeminence. Deliberately choose it. Say, yep, I'm going to choose preeminence. I want to lead the pack. And just because you're a quiet introvert doesn't mean you can't be out there leading your pack. Look at a lot of people, they're very, very quiet, but they are preeminent. Cathy Freeman's a very quiet person. Michael Jordan doesn't say a lot. They let their deeds, their actions speak for them. So anybody can do this. It's not just for the outgoing, overly confident person. Yeah, sure, you need confidence, but you don't need to be out there. Your actions will always speak louder than your words. And if you're doing that, you're humble, but you're confident. You just don't give your competition much of a chance to win, because you don't care about your competition. You just worry about you being the best, and your best is definitely good enough. And when you get to that excellence, no one can stop you, because you believe in yourself, you've got faith in yourself, you don't make excuses, you just have this tunnel vision, this focus to do everything to the best of your ability, the absolute best. And each of us has that right, that need, and the responsibility to do that. Just on finishing, just remember, during this challenge, there will never be a day where you don't need to be dedicated, disciplined, and taking massive action.